again, thanks to the Craze Festival, I have a lot of shit to do. And it's also the 27th, so I also have an extra Craze stage to do, or at least try. I don't know if I'll be able to beat the Craze Titan, but I mean, I think the priority here is definitely Craze Tank. No, that's not what I meant to do. Nope, no, 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 because there's an insane amount of surgeon Ubers and units, while the UL Legend units literally destroy relics. Yeah, but I kind of like that it's mostly the legend units that destroy relics rather than Ubers, because although there are Ubers that destroy relics, there's not really that many that destroy them, at least not to the same level that legend units do. By the way, I have Messiah in here just because I don't actually know if having 5 meat shields is part of this, or if it's better to have 4. I don't know. I can't remember, but should I just like go for it? Should I just go ahead and go for it? Okay, well, Gladios and Bahamut might not be the best combo. Here's the thing, I feel like even though I love Gladios, I still underestimate him. Like, he always proves me wrong. Like, he's just so good. The deploy limit's killing me. No, fucking goddamn you, CPU. I didn't realize my money was short. Well, I actually didn't realize Bahamut was back. That's what I didn't realize. You have the UF, so it'll be a cakewalk on Xenobeast. Well, I'm sure it's not completely a cakewalk because some of them... Okay, the guy's dead! But in Xenobeast, one of the harder parts is actually the other guys that come around. So Bora won't be able to just absolutely carry. You still have to support him. Oh, let me upgrade my newest unit. I don't know, I feel like you'll struggle more than you think. Just don't go in there thinking... Just don't go expecting that you'll, you know, have an easy time. Go in there expecting to struggle, and if you don't, then good. Who should I use instead of Hacker? I don't think Crazewell does anything here, does he? Maybe Valkyrie? Valkyrie can freeze them, so maybe Val. Alright, I'm trying Crazed Cow. Do you guys think I can beat Crazed Cow? I'm doing these early, right? I'm not crazy for thinking that I'm early to this shit. So I don't have like cameraman or anything to stack, so I kind of just have to hope that Gladios, Bahamut, and Valkyrie can all carry. Come on, Gladios, give me a good old hit. Give me a good old knockback and slow. Let's go, oh, dude, and then Bahamut comes in, maybe gets a good hit in there. Don't rush too fast now. Freeze. Let's go. What a combination. I believe that's GG's, thanks to how lucky I got. Valk freezes usually happens when you need it most somehow. Not really. It definitely doesn't happen enough to be consistent, but I mean, sometimes it does actually come in at the perfect time, so, you know, you're kind of right. You can't beat lots of lion? Skill issue? I actually don't know what good loadouts are for this stage. I haven't fought this stage in ages. You have all fast Ubers, keep in mind. That's true. One of the lizards died. Does that mean the rest of them are also close to being dead? Probably not, but you know what? I can hope. There's only 2 lizards, so there's only 1 lizard, so I think this is a 1 game. There's only 0 lizards now, so I'm curious too now, so you know. That's crazy. That's actually crazy. Oh, he's also level 50, so he's living a lot longer than he would, but like this is Baja Blast is overpowered. I've got things to do today. I've got things to do today. So, and I also have enough for another 11 draw. I don't know what I'll do first. You know what? I'm going to complete Volcano's Volcano first. Because I'm pretty sure, isn't this the one with Corey? I don't think this stage is going to give me too much shit. Considering, Corey, yeah. Here's the thing, right? I make these into YouTube videos. I don't know if you knew that, but I make these into YouTube videos, and I edit them, highlight them, and whatever. I don't know if people are interested in seeing me play SOL, especially since a lot of the conversations we have, like, other people probably wouldn't be interested in it. I'm pretty sure this one I should just be able to beat this with Island, or Whale. I'm not gonna bother spawning Gladios because this stage ain't that hard. Crazed Monaco, I did the first stage. I probably wouldn't be able to do the second stage because it's the one with all those medals and stuff, and I don't have a lot of good anti-medals. However, I can do these 2. Well, I can try these 2. I think I'm going to need Into the Future 3 stuff in order to beat that, unfortunately. I'm gonna wait for the 200. You know what? No, screw that. I'm not waiting for the 200. Let's start off with 1 rare ticket, see what happens, you know? Like, this'll... just to see. Honestly, not bad. I'll take it. A plus level to Sadeko, of course. Okay, so I'm mainly doing this for gacha units, right? I am mainly doing this for gacha units because I need gacha units. Gao's range suffers him. He has like 470 range. What are you on about? Gao has 470 range. What the fuck are you talking about? Oh, whatever. I'm guaranteed to get 1 Uber at least, so. Since when? What do you mean since when? Have you never had, like, Gao before? He has, like, a lot of range. You're thinking about the wrong guy? Which one are you thinking of? Should I use this? Like, Nerdcat really... I think it's worth the NP later. Fencer. I like Fencer. I need Washu, or Air Housewife, but you don't even know? Alright. You might be thinking of Garu or somebody else, I don't know. Maybe one of the dancers. Nope, Nerdcat is very worth using extras for. I think you're wrong. Because honestly, like, all it does is save you XP for whenever you get his true form. Giving him plus level is not very worth it, in my opinion. Also, Sushi. Bath Cat, that could be used against Crazed Axe. His true form can single-handedly break the game. Yeah, but like, not for his damage or HP. Fuck this game. I didn't have this guy? Fuck you mean fuck this game? I don't want Kasajizo. I want Koneko. Fuck you, nerd. Okay, well, I mean, I guess I'll take it. Two new Ubers. Amakusa, which is actually a fairly decent anti-Aku, I believe. And fucking Kasajizo. I don't want the best Ubers, that's the thing, right? Like, I don't want to be Uber carried in this. However, it feels like if I... God damn it. I mean, I have something for Black. I would have rathered Weightlifter over Kazujizo. But fucking hell. I'm not just gonna not use Kazujizo. Come on now. What kind of fucking masochist do you think I am? You did force yourself to beat P5? Shit, you right. Crazed Tank is one of the best and probably one of the most useful other than Crazed Fish. No, I think that Crazed Tank is by far the best Crazed unit. Surely I can beat this stage, right? I probably should have saved my 11 draw, but at the same time, right now my priority is gacha units. Like non-Uber gacha units. So I think it's definitely a better idea for me to do what I did. Okay, so this is a bad spot to be in because of the big guy in the back. But it's fine. Okay, well, thank you, Kazujizo, for allowing me to just brute force the bitch. I want to do Cat Claw Dojo, but I still don't have any anti-zombies. And this is my generalist loadout. Wait, I need to make one change. Professor Cat Jobs. Why you do that? More XP. Come on now. Most of my SOL grinding will be off stream. However, if I don't have anything else to do in stream, like I'd rather just talk, have a good time while I'm doing SOL. You got Gaia and Chronos in the same 11 draw? Good for you. I got fucking Jizo. And Amakusa. I didn't even get a legendary. Unfortunate. That is insane though. Good job. Those are two really good units. Gaia, I think here. I wanna do something real quick. I wanna look at Gaia's stats and see if they're like actually good. Because I actually don't know. You should have gotten back-to-back Ubers and a legendary in 3 rolls. You're insane. I wanna look at Gaia's stats because I think that she has some issues. Holy schmole. Your Chronos is level 60 plus 70 and your Gaia's 50 plus 9. Yeah, that's a hacked file right there. I'm not saying I've done it. I bet you have. 400 standing range, 4700 base DPS. Honestly, not terrible with her good recharge time. The only problem is multi-hit. Multi-hit kind of throws... Well, there's 2 problems, actually, but I'll mention the second one later. My problem with multi-hit is that there's a good chance that you're not actually going to get all your damage off. But against traded enemies, even with just 1 hit, her DPS is still amazing. That's just the insane damage effect. But I think her biggest problem is her LD. Her LD doesn't actually reach all that far, and it gives her a huge blind spot. So that's her main problem, and that's why a lot of people put her under other generalists such as Amaterasu and all that. You don't think it's crazy to say Izanagi is better than Gaia or vice versa? I don't think it's crazy, but I think it's... I mean, I think it's hard to deny that Izanagi is just straight up better than Gaia. Because Gaia's 350 blind spot plus not even that much of an extending LD kind of makes just Izanagi's pure damage per hit better. Izanagi is more like a better Balrog? I don't know. It's hard to compare them because Izanagi actually has range. Just because she has single attack targeting doesn't make her a Balrog. And comparing single attack to area attack, well, first of all, you're comparing single attack to LD. Well, I guess they both have LD. They both have 3-hit multi-hit plus LD. One has area attack, one has single attack. However, Izanagi has an extending range to like, what, 800 or something like that? So, like, I definitely think that she's better in more scenarios. Balrog is a more frequent attack. Yeah, but, like, he also is a melee unit. You're comparing range to melee, and that's fucked up. Especially since Balrog's also more research. Like, he can be spammed more, he's cheaper, he's more, like, you know, like, it's just those kind of things you gotta think about. I hate that I'm getting Kazujizo to carry me, but at the same time, it's the game's fault for giving me Kazujizo before giving me Weightlifter. Am I wrong? Your favorite Fest design is probably Dark Luna. I love her design. I do love her design, but overall, I like all of the Epicfest designs, strictly because I love black and light blue. Like, the neon blue design, like, it's such a cool design for all of them. And they all look sick. Shiantiaku? Oh, the Dark Luna? She has like a 20% shield pierce, right? Which, I mean, that's not that great. Dark Luna's explosion also carries a 20%, so it's more like 50%. Wrong! You wanna know why that's wrong? Because just like waves, I'm assuming explosions are just like waves in the fact that if the base hits, waves and surge, by the way, if the base hit does a shield pierce, then the explosion will also do a shield pierce. But if the base hit doesn't do a shield pierce, then the explosion won't. You know what I mean? So I'm pretty sure, you know, I'm pretty sure it's not actually 50% like you say it is, because it doesn't add to 20%. It carries over the base hit. So I'm pretty sure that's how it works, because that's how it works with Surge and Wave. So you don't get the hit on Uber carrying, right? Uber carrying, I'd say that 5 Ubers in one lineup, it should be your limit, just because at that point you're already overlooking some of the good non-Uber. Uber carrying becomes a problem whenever you think that Ubers are the only good units in the game. That's when Uber carrying becomes a problem. Personally, it gets annoying when people say the stage isn't hard, lol, just use insert fast Uber. Well, those are the toxic people in the world, alright? Those are the people I'm talking about. Those are the problems in the world. You think 12-3 is an easy stage now? Even with Ubers, it's a very difficult stage if you don't have things like Yukimura or whatever rusher has like shield pierce and stuff. Like the Omni Strike one. Played a couple times Uberless and honestly got consistent results. Really? I can never beat Okame. I beat the, what is it, Magamojo? Something. I beat the Elder Duck thing once. I beat it once, and then I had to kill Okame, which I didn't have any counters for because I never made it that far. There are a good amount of super rares that are even better than Ubers with what they do. Yeah, absolutely. People should stop shitting on Nikalugas. Most of them are actually pretty good. I think the main reason why they're bad, in my opinion, is because they're slow. They don't have a lot of health or survivability, and their recharge time is really long. The only good thing they have is their range, and I mean, as much as range can help a unit, it doesn't always carry, especially since like if Nobunaga had like 600 range, he'd be amazing. But he's only got 500, which means he gets outranged by like Director Kurosawa and stuff. Super rares, I think, are the best set of units in the game. I agree. Use Assassin Land to help me on SOL stage easily? Yeah. The main reason why people shit on the Nikalugas is because they are super slow in mobility. And then they also have mid damage for the most part. But as support, they're good. Like Cyberpunk has more carry capability than at least half the Ubers in the game right now. That's only if you stack them though. I hate cyber stacking. I hate it. Because at that point, it feels like you're relying too much on a very like niche thing, you know? Like you shouldn't have to rely on on Cyberstack in order to beat a stage. You shouldn't have to, but I mean, there are some stages like that. Lugas have niches, they usually aren't fully flexible and can get countered easily. True, I think Assassin Land is probably one of the best ones just because of it's slow, but like I think they are good, but here's the thing, their attack frequency is also really fucking high. So it causes them to be inconsistent support, especially with their low damage and stuff. And inconsistent support isn't really what you need out of an Uber. And at that point, like, either use Cyberpunk or literally any other, like, non-Uber support. 99% of the time, Razorback is one of those things where, like, Bomber is, like, almost required. But, I mean, you could also use Rodeo, right? Bomber's just more consistent. You could also just brute force it with Pizza, you know? If opponents wants to make a stage anti-Cypunk, they will do it, but they don't usually care. Well, if they do anti-Cyberpunk, then they're typically countering other things too. You can't forget that Cyberpunk's not the only one that would get debunked simply by, you know, making everything immune to slow or giving something super high LD, you know? Like, I think you're forgetting that if they counter one thing, they're countering a bunch of things. So they can't just do anti-Cyberpunk, you know? The best way for them to do that would be get rid of super rares in the stage, like give it restrictions. However, that would also remove any other super rare. Same thing with like the Baja Blast and Courier and stuff. You know, like they can't just counter Courier and Bahamut, because if they do that, then they're countering other things too. you guys need to remember, there's a lot of units in this game. Some of them are overlooked, some of them are just less consistent, but some of them still work, even if they're not the best, you know? That's something I kind of hate, is that, like, everybody just looks at the best, and if the best doesn't work, then they're like, oh, nothing works. You like the idea of the little cyclones? I don't, because they're kind of just annoying. Like, oh, like, let me just have this fucking angel mini cyclone that spams mini surge. Yeah, because that's a good idea. Alright, so yeah, not having Wushu is where I've gone wrong here. If I had Wushu, I would absolutely be able to beat that. Or even Housewife. So at this point in the video, at this point in the stream, I went off and went to my main and went and did Cat Claw Dojo 12-3. And I made that a video of its own that came out before this video actually did. So if you haven't seen that, go ahead and go watch that. It'll be on my channel. I'm not going to bother linking it. It's not that hard to find. But if you did enjoy it, please do come back for more. And I'll see you in the next one. Peace!